All right, hello.
Hi. We are Hot Topic on February 22nd, 2021. And so I am Amy Gardner, 3-star director.
And I'm Jessica, director.
Soon to be star director. So I'm just going to throw that out there. But anyway, so we are so excited and we're talking about recruiting tonight. And why do you want to recruit? Well, let me just share with you guys. So when you are, well, first of all, when you're recruiting, you're helping somebody else out. So, and we know that, okay, so like maybe if you're brand new, or maybe even if you are not brand new and you're a seasoned person, right, like us, and you find yourself afraid, right? Why are you afraid of asking somebody else? Well, you're not the only one, and actually 95% of direct sellers, they're afraid of recruiting. And so and some reasons why is because they're afraid to they're afraid that they're going to be pushy. They don't want to be pushy, and they hate hearing no, or they're afraid that people won't like them, or they're afraid that maybe you're afraid that you don't know enough about the business yourself, or that new people won't succeed, um, or that you won't find the right people, or that like our market uh is saturated with different Tupperware consultants, right? Or that you can't convince people to join your team. So recruiting, when you're thinking about recruiting, you got to think to yourself that it's not about you. It's about the other person, and you don't have to convince anyone to sign up. You just have to learn to talk enough to people, um, and find those who are a good fit. And something Pam says all the time is you bring them in and let God sort those different things and explain them. Okay, so, oh, my internet is unstable. Hopefully it stays on. All right, so anyway, if you're afraid that you're going to be pushy, you got to stop. If you stop trying to convince people and you just invite them to hear more about our company, you're not being pushy, and you're not taking a no. You know, being pushy is trying to get someone to do something they don't want to do. So I always say that I'm not trying to, I don't like be pushy, but I I like to share with you the Tupperware and what it's done for me. So, Jessica.
All right. So then sometimes I know when I first started with Tupperware, to me, when I heard the word no, right away, you're probably thinking, I absolutely despise hearing that word, right? So maybe that's one of your fears of, asking someone to join your team or try out this opportunity with you because you're afraid to hear the word no, right? I know I'm not the only one. So it's okay to nod your head today. It's all right. We're all in this together. So, but you got to remember that they're not saying no to you. All right. They're just saying no to the idea. All right. So I remember when I first started recruiting, one of the things that Pam said to me that really stuck out to me was some will, some won't, and someone's waiting. Right. So that has always stuck in my mind through my Tupperware business. And it's true. So someone is waiting. Okay. All right, Amy, you're next.
So I'm afraid people won't like me. Again, you're making it about you, and people will still like you if you're sincere, and remind them that you will still like them if they say no. So it's okay for them to say no, and you can say that to them. It's okay. I'm not going to hold it against you. Like when I talk to my best friend, and I'm like, okay, so I gotta share with you this opportunity because it's free. Sometimes they have crazy deals. And so I have to um I have to share it. And I'm like, okay, so it's okay if you say no, but I have to share this with you. So make it about them, not about you.
So another fear that I've heard is talking to folks is that you don't know enough about the business, right? So that's your fear. You don't want to add people to your team or offer the opportunity to anybody because you feel that you're brand new, maybe, or maybe you've been in the business for 7 years and you still feel like you don't know enough about the business, right? But let me remind you something. All right. You've already started the business. All right. So maybe you've been in the business for an hour, right? Well, guess what? You know an hour more. All right. Or maybe you've been in the business like me and Amy or others here that maybe 7 or 8 years. But let me tell you something, guys. I still don't know everything. I am on all these trainings and I'm learning every day with you guys. All right. So do not let that fear hold you back. All right. So, Amy.
So to piggyback on that, um, you're afraid that your new people won't succeed. It's not your responsibility to worry about that, because we are here to help them, and to help you. So it's not your responsibility to make that person successful. We will help you
Another
with that.
fear that I hear is I can't find the right people, right? You can't find the right people. But let me remind you something. Like Pam always says, you bring them in, God will sort them out, right? Always remember that. Bring them in and God will sort them out. So there is like, I don't know, I think there's like a statistic like 15 million people in direct sales or something like that. So keep that in your mind. All right. Don't let that be a fear for you. Go girl.
Another one is there's so many Tupperware people in my area. Well, something that when I first started, I said that. Like I did. I said that. Well, there's a lot of Tupperware people already around. And I was told that okay, so take your town or your city, and um, for every bank that you have in your area is how many directors that you can have in that area. And so, and director is the leader of all of these other people. So if you have four, maybe you only have two or three banks in one area, and you can have that many directors with that many teams. um, and um, it, yeah, so you don't have to worry. You have 11 team members within 10 miles. Yeah, and zero problems. So it's awesome. You don't have to worry about that.
So another fear that I've heard is that you can't convince people to join your team, right? And you're right, you can't. All right. But what you can do is invite them to hear the opportunity, right? And we always have these great um, trainings, or actually we have the mega party. That's what I was trying to think of, the mega party. So that would be the perfect opportunity for you to invite someone to listen to the opportunity and to hear a little bit more information about what we do. And when they're going to see that, what's the first thing they're going to think of? We're fun, right? We're fun. All right. So just invite them to the mega party. We have those the first and the third, right? Tuesday of every month. So that would be a
Yeah.
perfect opportunity for you just to send that invite to them. All right. All right, so now we are going to move. So those are some of the fears that Amy and I wanted to share with you guys. And if you guys have any questions about that, feel free to ask in the chat and we will answer those at the end of our little hot topic tonight. But now we're going to talk a little bit about who. Okay, so let's think about who we would want to ask, right? So I know for me, and probably a lot of you on tonight, why did you join Tupperware? Think about it. Those are the perfect people to start asking, or to at least offer it to them, right? So the reason I joined Tupperware is because I love the product, right? I couldn't get enough of it. So those are the perfect people to ask first, okay? And when you're thinking about your parties, I'm just going to throw this in there right now because we're doing a lot of Facebook parties right now, a lot of Zoom parties and different things out there. So what do you look for in your party? So what I look for in my party, and I'm sure some of you do as well, is the ones that what? Comment the most, right? The ones that are excited, the ones that are interacting. These are the great people to reach out to in Messenger, right? In a private message, right? And start that conversation with them. All right. So my first recommendation is those who love the product. And then Amy's going to give you another one.
So, or someone who loves you. So you offer it to your best friend, especially if you're new at this, and be like, go to your best friend, or even if you're seasoned, somebody who, who loves you. So like maybe your best friend or your sister or your mom. Do it with your mom. Do it with your sister. Like the business. I know there are a lot of siblings out in
Amy, did we lose you?
am I froze?
You're back.
Gosh,
Hi.
I'm back. Oh, what did I don't know what I said or didn't say. So anyway, someone who loves you. So like your sister or your mom or your best friend.
All right.
Sorry.
It's okay. You did great. All right. So somebody else, who else to look for? So I would recommend looking for someone that maybe doesn't like their current job, right? Somebody that's a lot of times when they're, listen to what they're saying about their job. Okay. But the number one thing I hear folks saying about why they don't dislike their job is because they feel what? Their skills are not being used, right? And we have the perfect opportunity for them to shine in this business. No matter whatever skill they have, they can fit in this business. So listen, all right, and then chat with them about that. All right, go ahead, Amy.
So someone who dislikes their financial situation. But you got to be careful with this one because sometimes they're unwilling to change their financial situation. But just keep an ear open and listen, for clues that they are really ready to get rid of their debts or living paycheck to paycheck, or they avoid they avoid painting the easy out. All right. So someone with a financial situation.
Perfect. All right. So another one to look for. Let's see, who else could we scout out? We used to call this scouting. I don't know if they still do or not, but so I was thinking probably somebody looking for a part-time job, right? We have the perfect opportunity for someone looking for what? A side hustle, right? So these are people that probably already have a job, but they're looking for maybe some, a side income to pay off some debt, to pay off a credit card, maybe to save money for an ortho, braces, the sky's the limit on this one. So you really got to listen to them to see exactly how this would work for them as a side hustle. But not only that, but to encourage them to see the bigger picture with what we have to offer as income as well. Because we have all these great tools at Tupperware, right? So they could do 2 to 3 parties and make more money hourly doing this than they would their part-time job. So just kind of remember those things to kind of throw in there when they're ready to hear it. All right. Go ahead, Amy.
And someone who has that. Okay, so there are some words that are hard for me to say. An entrepreneur is one of them. Anyway, somebody who has that spirit, all right, and somebody who wants to own their own business. Like they want to make their own hours. They want to be able to do the things that they want to do and make the money that they want to make, and have unlimited opportunity. We have an unlimited opportunity. So you come in, yes, as a consultant, but you can move up to director like Jessica and I. So don't wait for someone to show interest before you spark their interest. Be genuinely interested in people and ask them questions. Don't be afraid to ask them questions. And you will get to know them better. And the conversation will usually lead to, what do you do for a living? So, and now why, why now? Like, why are we recruiting? Um, well, or gosh, you gotta, sorry, why? Gotta make it a habit, right? So we're making this a habit. And you take, to make something a habit, you must do it until it feels weird, right? Or till it feels weird when you don't do it. So like when you get up in the morning, you brush your teeth, right? And that's a habit. It's not something that you're going to say, okay, well, I'm going to get up and I'm going to brush my teeth. You know, you just get up and you just do it. And so this is something that you're going to just get up and do, is just go and recruit. And to support your efforts, we have a little check off list for you guys, and something that you always want to do. All right, so make sure that you're writing these down. This is a little checklist for you. Is always offer the opportunity to your hostess, and um, and you can do that in your party packet if you send out party packets, or just at the beginning of the party, or maybe even at the end of the party, but always offer it to your hostess. Carry recruiting materials with you all the time. So like I have stuff with me in my car that I like, my little office. I always carry my office in my car. I'm always in my car. So always have stuff with you, or in your purse, or somewhere, right? I don't just announce how much I love my job. I invite others to take a look. And so make sure that you're inviting other people to look at what we have to offer. And um, another thing on your checklist is, I have made some sort of recruiting visual, an album, or a PowerPoint presentation. So this would just be like our recruiting offers that we have. Make sure you're sharing those, because never know. And the recruiting offers can also have in there the Confident Start program, because that's just another way to get them in, right? Because these are things that they can earn. And have an effective recruiting message. So I keep on my phone in my notes all the time. I have notes for different things. So I have notes for my hostess. I have notes for my the people that purchase from me, my customers, and I also have notes for recruiting. So always have, I have a checklist. Have those on your checklist. And
All right, so I'm going to finish up your checklist for you guys tonight. So I'm just going to read these off and give some tips for each one of them. So the next one is to make sure your job looks fun, right? So that's the next one. And then have your business card on an email and social media information. So for this one, what I recommend doing, I don't know if you guys have seen the virtual business card that Pam's posted in Champion. That is a perfect way for you to share your business. Okay. So I use it on my Facebook party. I use it in the messenger. I use it on my business page. I use it in texting. So I recommend checking that out. I think Pam posted in the Champion. It's a virtual business card. So I think it's only $5 a month and it's totally worth it. Okay. I have invited my friends and family to take a look at our opportunity. Yes, do it. Just invite them with a smile, right? And the perfect place to do that is at the mega party. All right. I have asked others to be on the lookout for people interested in part-time or full-time work. So yes, referrals, right? Always ask for referrals. And a lot of times what I do is I give a gift to the person that's referring person. Okay. Just a thank you. I give them, write them a note or a thank you card with a tiny little gift in there, just an appreciation for them supporting my business. Okay. I enclose recruiting information and my deliveries in our party packets. And I think Amy already talked about this a little bit more, but What I also do is I have some porch pickups lately, so I'm including that information in there as well. Okay. Um, let's see. I invite people to the opportunity events and our meetings, and I think we've already discussed this, quite a bit throughout our entire hot topic tonight. So yeah, that's really important. 4 times already, so that's a good place to start. Is invite them, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed our recruiting tips tonight. And what we're going to do now is open it up for questions. And I think Gina already said something in the chat, and I'll go ahead and read that while you guys are thinking of your questions. And then Amy and I'll answer those for you guys tonight. Okay. So I am going to, but I think my little buddy's coming in. So go ahead, keep thinking of your questions. I got to tell him good night here real quick. Say hi.
Good night.
All right. All right. Love you. All right. So Gina, Eleanor, yes, from training decades ago, used to say, drive up and down a couple streets by you and look at all the houses. They all have kitchens. True. They all need Tupperware. True. There's way more business than consultants out there, so don't worry. Very true. Yes. Excellent. All right. Does anyone have any questions? All right. Let's give them a challenge, Amy.
Okay. So challenge is to make contact with 5 people in the next 24 hours. Pretty easy, right? And just share the opportunity. What do you think?
Sounds good. All right. I do want to add though, through statistics, every 10 people that you do contact, 1 person will join your team. Okay. So always remember that. So if you want 3 people this month, or let's think March. I mean, you could do it now too. Yeah, hustle it up, man. You got till Wednesday, right? But think of it this way. So for March, say you want to make a goal, right? I want to offer the opportunity or recruit 3 people this month, right? So I would recommend reaching out to 30 people. So I would recommend start working on your list now and then go through and start reaching out to those people. All right. All right.
Goal is 10, not 5 then, huh?
Yeah, I pushed them.
Double it. All right. Awesome.
All right.
Well, have a good night.